This booty is not genetic. We had to put some work in. That is when the true growth is going to happen. Hi my loves, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk to y'all about how to grow your glutes. 3 simple steps. Currently weighing 147. This is the heaviest I've ever been in my entire life. I know that's probably hard to believe, but this booty is not genetic. We had to put some work in. I'm gonna show you what my booty looked like before right here.
Bitch, where?
Please, if I can do it, you can do it. First thing I want to talk about is in order to grow your glutes, you have to put on muscle and weight. And the only way that we can do that is by being in a caloric surplus. What is that? I'm sure you guys hear that all the time. First thing that I want you to do, it's so simple. Literally go to caloриecalculator.net, put in your body metrics, and it's going to give you the amount of calories that you should be eating. Now, when you're in a surplus, you are technically in a bulk. And what we want to do is make sure that we are in a lean bulk. And a lean bulk means that you are eating a lot of healthy foods, such as lean protein, healthy carbs, and just not going to McDonald's or Burger King barfing down calories, because yes, that's going to put you in a surplus, but that's not going to necessarily give you the body that you're looking for if you are looking to build lean curves, which I'm assuming you are if you're trying to build your glutes. So when you are in a caloric surplus, this is what your plate should look like. This right here is from my ebook, my 6-week glute guide. That's also available. I'll link it down in the description. It's always portrayed as like it's so hard to get your protein in, but babe, it's really not. Literally every Saturday or Sunday, just prep your meats. Prep your meats. That's all you have to prep. If you don't want to prep anything else, you don't have to, but at least you know that you will have your protein. Next thing, now that we got that out of the way, I'm actually about to go to the gym. I'm going to make my pre-workout really quick and my creatine. Creatine is another thing that I want to talk to you about. Creatine is one of the most researched supplements on the market. If you are not using creatine, it's not the end of the world, but it will definitely help accelerate your progress.
Damn!
Okay, so I had to switch up the frame so that way you can see everything. This is the creatine that I use. All the products that I use are from Warmup, and please use my code SUMMER for 20% off. But this one right here is called Pure Rebuild, and this is to build lean muscle. I get the unflavored one because I just mix it with like my pre-workout or my BCAAs. And I didn't intend on talking about BCAAs, but I'm going to just because it's a little bit later in the day. It's 3:15 right now and I've already had caffeine, so I don't want to drink more caffeine. So I'm drinking BCAAs, but BCAAs are also really important when it comes to muscle recovery. We all know that in order to build your glutes, you're going to have to be tearing your muscles down. That's how muscles are built. When we do these exercises, we're essentially tearing our muscle fibers. And then when we're eating the protein is pretty much getting shot right back at our muscle, so that way the muscle can just keep building. So the point of drinking BCAAs is so that way your muscles can recover faster. What it says directly on the bottle is it promotes growth, protein synthesis, performance and strength, healthy hair, skin and nails, and promotes rehydration. Guys, supplements are not essential. It's not the end of the world if you don't take them, but like I said already, it's going to help accelerate your progress if you do incorporate supplements into your daily routine. I'm gonna do 1 scoop of my Pure Rebuild and 1 scoop of my BCAAs. Going back to what I said about how muscles are actually grown and built, let's talk about the amount of reps and sets that you want to be doing if your goal is to build your glutes or build any muscle for that matter. Let's first start off with, if you are a newbie, you're going to see progress really quickly, But once you get out of that newbie phase, you are going to need to switch up your routine and regimen, because if you continue doing the same thing, your muscles aren't going to be shocked. So as a newbie, you're honestly gonna see progress really quickly, really fast, not having to follow a super strict program. But if you are not a newbie, this is for you. If you have been doing a program and you've been using the same amount of reps and sets and you haven't even been switching around your weights, you're probably in a plateau. And that means that it's time to shock your muscles. If you're not switching up the things that you're doing and actually challenging them more, you're not gonna see much growth. So let's talk about progressive overload really quick. There's 3 different ways to progressive overload, but my personal favorite one is to increase the weight that you use, because I also like to get stronger. Increasing your weights, obviously you're able to lift more. So how do we do that? First of all, let's use the amount of weight that you use for a barbell back squat for 12 sets as your baseline. Say you're squatting 185 for 3 by 12 reps. That next week, you are going to want to increase that weight by 5 to 10 pounds until you are only able to rep it out a total of 8 times. And on that 8th rep, I really need you to be struggling for real, like you almost can't get it up. Increasing the weight until you can do between 6 to 8 reps, that's pretty much training until failure. And when you're doing that, you're shocking your muscles and you're allowing them to work, and you're more likely to be sore the next day. And even if you're not, that's fine, because soreness doesn't always equate to growth. But when you are challenging your muscles and like that, that is when the true growth is going to happen. Okay, we talked about eating in a surplus, we talked about supplements, and we talked about rep ranges. I hope this helped. I'm gonna go to the gym and I'll see you there.
Girl, that's my nigga. Catch me out on Ocean Drive with her. Hey, catch me in the whip, ride with her. Hey, sipping something, bumping big, hypnotized with her. Pray you get that job in Tampa. That's only 4 hours away. Take a car, take a plane, baby.
If you're jumping right into your workouts without doing any sort of dynamic warm up or glute activation, today is the day you need to start. So dynamic warm up is going to get your muscles primed, warm, and ready to do those heavy explosive movements that we're about to do. So I always start with hip circles.
Time to bring it around town. Bring it around town.
And this is going to lubricate the hip joints, because we know on glute day, we are doing a lot of hinge movements. So priming those hip joints are really important. Or I'll start with some windmills. And I just like doing these to get my spine ready. Sometimes my spine is stiff, especially if you sit all day. This just will let your spine know that, wait, we're actually moving, get ready. And then I like to do some lateral squats. And with these, we're just going back and forth. I like to point my toe up once I get fully to the other side. Point my toe up and just going back and forth. Back and forth. And then what I'll do is directly from this movement, I'll go into the world's greatest stretch. So I'll just rotate my body and then reach up to the side. And then other arm up. And then do that one more time. And then switch sides. Next, I'm going to do some hamstring scoops, starting with your toe up, just like this, placing it, and then scooping, just like this. And sometimes I'll do a double scoop, just like so. I do this one enough times to the point where my hamstrings no longer feel tight. Now that our mobility warm-up is finished, I'm going to go into some glute activation. And what you're going to need is a resistance band. I got this right off of Amazon. Just search up resistance band. I'm going to put it above our knees, take steps to the side. And this is activating that glute medius muscle. I'm trying to stay in frame, but usually I'll just go about 10 steps down one way and then 10 steps down the other way. Last thing I'm gonna do is some abductions. So we're keeping the resistance band exactly where it is, posture up, hands right behind us, feet planted on the floor, and pull our knees out. Nice and controlled. Oh, before I did all of this, I did 5 minutes on the Stairmaster. I did my Stairmaster warm-up. I'll put it in the description. But before you do everything that I just showed you on camera, do that Stairmaster warm-up. All right, love you guys so much. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you in my next video. Love you. Bye.